Another one on the theme of being over in prison in Bulgaria. It says, what was your lowest moment over the past 4 years? I imagine there's been quite a few.
Yeah, it's like a succession. I think it's every time the appeals were coming back, but I think the Sofia appeal was the big one, because you kind of expect it from the court environment, you know, and everyone was saying you might get a fairer hearing in Sofia, it's the capital. And plus we had a lawyer telling us, you know, we've got enough evidence, strong evidence to take it back to court for a retrial, don't worry, it's going back. So, and especially being in the courtroom in Sofia that day and hearing the arguments, I walked away convinced, thinking, well, I don't want the retrial, I'm going to walk out here, you know, they've got no case to answer for. And when the decision come back saying, well, no, you know, the guilty verdict still stands and your sentence just been dropped to 10, it was just a big kick in the teeth. I mean, it was just so unexpected. It took the wind out of us for a bit, and it was just then that we started moving on to, well, let's just get out of the country then, because you then realise you can never win over there. It was just so difficult. Because
your lawyer had actually, in your mind, had given a really compelling argument for why you were innocent, hadn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he come to see me a week before and he was saying, listen, you know, I've got enough evidence here, don't worry, we're going to get it back to Varna, and we've got enough evidence to get you, we're going to get you home. And then you start like believing him little by little, and when you go to the courtroom with Sophie and you're listening to him against the prosecution, you're thinking, it's true, you know, he's just absolutely destroyed them. I mean, I can't even see the retrial, I'm thinking I'm going home, you know, I'm looking on packing my bags in the next few weeks, and then when the decision come out, it was just unexpected.
Another low moment.
Yeah.
David Taylor in Warrington asks, why have you decided to write a book?
Again, it just started off as a diary at the beginning. I mean, when I very first got arrested, I thought if I write everything down, a bit naive me to think it, but I thought if I write everything down and just like, this is what's happened, you know, this is what I've done for the last week, they'll like go, oh yeah, go home. So everything building up to the week, and the week itself and the final, and everything that happens after, I was just writing it down, and it just carried on from there on. It was just little thoughts and everything going into it, and it went until I got out, and I realised the media pressure was just going to be too much, and I thought I don't want it to last forever. I want to, you know, if I can't do it for a very short period of time, and then that's it, move on with my life. And again, the book was the best way to do it, because once it's out, if anyone ever asks, like 6 months down the line, oh, could you do this, do that? I say, well, I've stopped it all now, but like I said, if there's anything you need to ask me, it's there, it's written down. Yeah.
Joe, what are your thoughts on Michael doing his book?
Well, I told Michael many years ago to write down what was happening to him, and also I think it was good for Michael to keep fresh in his memory what had gone on in Bulgaria, and also what was happening to him in the prisons. And the reason why I wanted him to do that was quite simply to make sure that if it went to court, whether it was a European court or wherever it ended up, it would be fresh in his mind. So the diaries, to me, and the fact that he was writing about events in prison, and that included some of the low moments in his period in jail, you know, all of the issues about the lie detector test, about the knockbacks from Bulgaria, and you know, from Jack Straw and stuff. You know, I wanted him to record those as well, because quite simply, I think people need to know, as I say, this is the most serious miscarriage of justice in modern times, and people want to hear Michael's point of view, and so it was good that he kept that. And I think it's also it's good psychologically as well for Michael to get down on paper how he feels and reveal to people that if you like, the sorrow and the joy that he's been through over the last 4.5 years.
Did it feel therapeutic, Michael, at times when you were writing?
Yeah, I think it was the best form of counselling, because as you're going through it all again, I mean, you're bringing it all up, but you're getting it off your chest. I mean, it's good to get off. I mean, I felt a bit sorry for you, because you're sitting there for days on end, and I'm like reading off on you, this and that, and I thought he's going to get fed up soon. But it is the best way just to get out your system, and then you can move on, because you'll always feel lighter and better once it's out of you.